a Doctor Strange portal coming on through from Rad, but they don't really have good ultimate economy. It's going to be reliant on level 1 Crook to come on through with that Loki, but that means you're going to be treading water until you get a damage ultimate that can finally start taking some of these players down.
All right, Window tanks some damage, doesn't use the Symbiotic Resilience for now, though. Kaluch moves in towards the back. The Cloak of Levitation has been expended, and that means there's no escape from Melio. Level 1 Crook has decisions to make, and indeed this is going to be a major one. 4 players eaten up by Nero, and with the Soul Link as well, is practically invincible off the map, but into oblivion. Rad find themselves radicalized by Envy, who are just going to have to deal with the dregs of a composition for now, and those who remain can't stand up to the element guns of Speedily. It's a speedy dispatching.
Oh, Nero, you crafty Jeff, you. He'd left a speed bubble.
He's just a little guy.
He'd left a speed bubble on the point so that when he was able to find that massive 4-person eat, he knew normally he wouldn't have enough time to get.
Well, you have time to work with here, so I imagine Raja is going to be able to make this one happen. Almost has lost all of that shield already. Speedily getting away from the danger. No Smelio on the back line. Has themselves a Galactic Legend to try and play with. Gets the inspiration as well as Sonic Seduction comes in from the other side. Trust me, try and drag over multiple players of Envy to deal with all of this. Melio can barely escape. Nero's looking for a snack, and the biggest one's going to be the Luna Snow, but trust me, grants it with a spinning kick. Great rescue of the Luna when they were needed to try and clutch out this fight. Melio coming from the other side. Envy, their target focus. Their informational play is just so clean. Almost frozen out there of the Galactic Legend, but Speedily still got some bullets to play with here as the element guns start rolling on through, and the damage is being delivered. Rad can't stand up to this. They don't have the heals, they don't have the strategists, they don't have the numbers, and they don't have what Envy's got.
Oh, that's the trouble with Rescomp, right? You have the ultimates to stall. Even if you're losing the fight, if you stall it, at some point you're going to be able to start winning it. You have so many defensive resources, and then if you hit a Galactic Legend and your opponent have had to use every single one of their defensives to match and mirror yours, they don't have anything left to be able to survive the Star-Lord's Legendary.
Unbelievable stuff from it, and that was so clean. I mean, we saw distance. Getting around that corner is everything. Naga can now at least try and bodyguard this area.
Yeah, Speedily's going to be coming back in on that Psylocke. Wolverine's going to come on for removing some of that space before Winter can get aggressive with the Strangling Prison. As we can see, a very aggressive Eternal Bond from Rad's side, and it is not working. It costs them all of the space.
Yeah, the Eternal Bond was too sharp on the angle, Mox. They could be dragged out of it by that Strangling Prison. What a heads-up play there from Window, wasting the entirety of the available healing for Rad.
And Envy now still have their own Eternal Bond. They're going to have to watch out that they don't get Wolverine nabbed out of it by that last stand as we head towards a last fight. Kaluja's got the Eye of Agamotto. Rad have no choice but to run right to the objective.
All right, and we have everything they need to try and hold here. Level 1 Crook not under too much pressure just yet. It's going to be a quick hop over the bus to try and get the touch on the point. Trust me, he's already got this one. Oh, Kaluja to the back line. Question is, he's trying retribution through this with the Eye of Agamotto. No, take him down already by Rajaro. Carl can't quite connect with the Meteor M. Around the outsides, the Psylocke looks on, speculating as to where they can try and place all of this danger. And that's going to be Month outside of their regeneration domains. Quite the faux pas for a Loki. The god of trickery find themselves tricked and tracked down as Envy lose first.
Big grab at the very beginning.
Ready to go here for Cal. Could be such an important early fight. Dominator still misses out on that Bionic Hook. Trust me, manages to move away for now. They're on the precipice of overtime. Trust me, falling low. Needs to get towards the health bag. It's already been stolen away. What a play coming through from Speedily, and now Trust me's down in the back. There's healing aplenty given over by Month. Fate is surrounded. Terracate has to teleport away to the Dark Dimension. That means there's no healing available for Rajaro on the point. Naga's getting spuriously close towards the Supernova, but it's Melio who has to move on forward now and keep themselves on the cart. There are no remaining members of Rad and Envy hold in the subway.
Oh, great heads-up play coming in through from Envy. They know how quickly that Cloak and Dagger Eternal Bond can be built up. They don't want to give...
As Envy disengage with their ultimates and decide they'll fight another day instead.
Yeah, Trust me's going to go a little bit more aggressive too, just to make sure that Envy are pushed further back, which allows level 1 Crook to come a little bit closer to the fate of both worlds to prevent Cal and Speedily's ultimates from being the win condition that Envy looked towards in this last fight. And Melio finds the pick! Rad with the tempo change go before Envy already!
And now they don't have the sustainability. Cal's already fallen down. Speedily chased down here by Trust Me. And next up on the dock is going to be Window! A Sentinel strike to strike through the hearts of Envy. Nero's already had to fall on over here. On to that. That's going to be a grab coming through. The Carbon Crush, no, just kicked instead into the sides. Envy can't make it back. Rad hold on first!
Yeah, Rad move right out outside to Envy's spawn room, because with Doctor Strange, you can't teleport in your spawn, you have to be outside of it. So they were getting ready to find either the pick on the Strange or get the Carbon Crush to be able to cancel him out of that portal cast. What a play coming on through from Rad, reading the time.
Only grabs their own Ultron for now and tries to take him to safety. Wrapping around the outside, his additional slow ability throws him up into the air. This is a disengagement for everybody else. Trust me, coming back with a Feast of the Abyss does a bunch of damage, but Window's going to be able to do the same with their own ultimate moving on through here. Level 1 Crocus almost returned. That's a good amount of healing to be delivered to the remainder of Rad as Window and Nero play around the outside. Much better now on the invisible boundary. It's right where it's needed to be on the point. Melia and Naga fall in series as finally the pentagram of Ferala is summoned in towards the back. It's the arrival of Fate, but it seems that Fate is calling the name of Envy, and it's calling for all the healing from level 1 Crook. The target focuses on to the Luminous Nova, trying to burn through the healing that's given over right now already. Kaluj using the Sonic Seduction has grabbed one. It's going to be the Venom, which means no peeling is going to be available. Can't quite seduce the Lunar Snow, but overwhelming is the damage. Envy have finally done it with just a slither of time remaining.
Oh, brilliant target focus too. If Naga had still been up with Galactic Legend, Rad might...
Players, and in overtime, those spawns are going to be incredibly long.
Yeah, but there's still 2 more fights minimum to come through. Window is going to have Feast of the Abyss, so too is Cal going to have Rage of Ultron, but it's Nero who needs to come in clutch right now before that Galactic Legend. You have to worry about its Jeff too. Month has to save the Dark Teleportation, because if Fate gets a huge eat and everyone goes off of the map, this round is finished.
The crunch from behind here could be ruinous, though, for Rad. Level 1 Crow's going to be back there. Rajaro's coming in to rescue a Freedom Charge around the point. It's going to be It's Jeff coming through. Cal's already been eaten. Yeah, it's a little bit of a nasty mouthful. Waiting for the right click. They see the movement over to the cloak and the dagger. Spitting out Rajaro. The double grab from Fate. Most of the healing is gone. Speedily, surely going to be joining them soon from the Element Guns. Trust me, is overwhelming their counterpart on the Venom. Noel's favourite child has been chosen as Envy are scuppered midway through main.
Oh no, it's Jeff. Every single time.
Jeff! He's just a little guy!
It's like The Shining.
Oh, but it's Jeff. It's ready to go. It's only got the group for now. The damage could be done. Fate takes himself off the map and trusts in Trust Me to try and make it finish. Still, there's so much healing right here. Rajaro, APM is rising. It's going to be the Invisible Woman is the primary target. They have already been given that Ultron drone from the side of Cal, so there's plenty of healing coming through. Can a touch be delivered, though, by Envy? Oh, but not in time!
No.
Not with the portal. No. Flying out of range is all they need to do. The Guardian Shield has plenty of healing. Naga's taken down. Took to the skies. Level 1 Crook's already been forced to once again use that Fate of Both Worlds. A damage boost here and there, having to worry about Speedily. The burst damage can come on through as a fully charged Meteor M heads to her back and takes down Month. Collusion attempt to turn this one. The Psionic Seduction can grab many minds. Collude from the top rope with the Eye of Agamotto. And the eye has been opened and it sees the future. And it's a victorious future for Envy. It's a defensive future for Envy. And it's a glorious purpose that they've been burdened with here on the defense. Yes, Fate can swim around in the miasma of their own making, but when all are even, they all burn under the sun of a Human Torch.
Everybody always gets one Human Torch map and then never more. Oh, what a turnaround from Envy, and you have to give it to this team. Being spawn held by the composition that Rad were running on their defense has to be so frustrating. But they did such a good job of understanding that the second that they get onto
the edge, Nero's overwhelmed. The Fate of Both Worlds was more than enough here to sustain Rad through the fight. There is going to be an attempt to come on through, though, from Month off the back of that Pentagram of Ferala.
Speedily's going to have ultimate too with the Supernova. Rad are going to get 2 ticks, maybe not the 3rd, though. They are in time to tap.
Engaging straight away, though, into that Pyro Prism means extra damage as they come on through. Cal descends from the heavens with the Phoenix. Seems for now that it has already been taken out. Speedily desperately needs to try and avoid the incoming damage of a Sonic Katana inside this bubble. The healing is trying to fly away as best they can. Fly, little birdie, fly. And they don't find themselves in the cage for now. With disengagement from Envy is Rad by the space.
This is shades of Central Park, just removing space for Envy to have this Human Torch play from, with that dive converging even further into Envy's backline, already forcing out the Eternal Bond as Month just tries to reposition.
Oh, not a great disconnect here, though, from the side of Trust Me. Is going to try and get some additional HP off the back of the Feast of the Abyss. Gets a little bit more. Chomps down onto Window. Nero might be next up on the docket, and that's going to be Window. Easily taken on down. Kaluj might have bit off a little bit more than they can chew here. Can't break through the Aegis, and Speedly's going to be just as unlucky. Fate once again traded in the back, but there's no one here to touch the car, so Envy are going to find themselves scrambling for a defense on third.
Melio's going to have the dance of the butterflies. Envy's positions are all going to... Yeah, but Envy still have one more fight, and they're going to be able to do it with Karmic Revival. Window's going to swap over to the Groot so that they can have the walls to be able to barricade Rad, so that they can't just try and figure out where that res position is going to be and chase those players down. A better anchor position, potentially a block 2 against the Meteor M coming on through from Trust Me's way.
Melio's going to be able to come on through here with the portal in the midst of this fight as well, trying to block off Envy's strategist. It's an impact directly onto Kaluj, and the follow-ups there as well. Speedily up in the air, cannot be allowed to move through this with impunity. Guardian shield is raised, and the Phalanx stands ready. They send Naga down to the Shadow Realm as Window stands like a Flora Colossus atop the cart and keeps it from moving forward. A quick speedy put on ice by the absolute zero of the Lunar Snow, but Rajaro's the next to fall. Cal shows off exactly what their aim can do. Plenty of healing coming on through now from the Eternal Bond delivered by Fate. Melio on the backhand side still has access to the Eye of Agamotto, heads in towards the back, pushed back I believe by Nero. A great force physics, and now it's going to be the invisible boundary that Nero delivers. And in here Fate doesn't have any friends and any healing. Speedily gets up close, is feeling brazen in the face of magic. I'll show you a magic trick. Watch this Doctor Strange disappear.
And Envy might reappear with a Hall of Djalia win. We'll have to see in a matter of moments.
All over onto Rajaro, the healing's not going to be there. Monk turned around by their own group, but Trust Me's prepping a portal.
Yeah, that Karmic Revival is buying Envy a comeback through into this fight, but like you said,
Frag over there. Melio takes to the sky, almost has all that they need off the back of the Dance of the Butterflies inside of the invisible boundary. It's going to be the Strangling Prison. I believe it catches Fate midway through. Unreal response from Window. Sonic Seduction may well be able to grab their own here, and that's going to be a big grab onto Melio, trying to keep this one sustained. Speedily moves away to stop themselves from getting seduced. Wraps around the top. Now with extra damage, the Supernova starts to spin up the pressure cooker. The microwave has been opened midway through the cooking cycle, and Trust Me came out all ruined. It was crispy on the outside, but cold in the center, and it's cold-hearted. No mercy from Envy. They have not an inch of mercy in their heart as Rad is absolutely destroyed on the point.
That's going to be second, and we now head into third. They still have to get for 2.5 minutes.
Joined by many, a hope, a dream of defense. Envy for now, disengage, have themselves a soul bond for that additional staying power. But guess what, on the other side, the Phoenix Up stands ready to go up close and personal to Naga, in towards the back. The iframe is good, it's Monk with the right click yet again, and Melio is conquered by Kaluj. Around the outside, Naga's found, the DPS is down, the Strangling Prison is better. They choke for air, but they can't come up because they're buried under a sea of blue. And those who burn blue continue to burn bright. Envy get it, 3-1 done.
Envy come through with the win. NA triumph over EMEA yet again. As speedily as Human Torch burns the brightest of them all. This guy on that hero, you just can't let him have it.
You just can't let it happen. Mox, they can't.